All right, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Mo Gotti. In this session, so I got my boy Paul David here with me, man.
Yes, Sirski, man. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm appreciative.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to have him here. So this is I actually met him at the Motion event. So shout out Motion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out Motion. But he's one of my favorite, like, young up and coming, just fashion designers, man. He got a bunch of nice shit going on, and just it was a pleasure meeting him. So I just wanted y'all to, get to see the face and realize like what we got going on. So just introduce yourself and tell them what you got going on, man.
Yes, Sirski, man. Hey, so my name is Paul David. I'm a 16-year-old fashion designer and I'm a 5-figure entrepreneur. I own a brand by the name of Wisdomeye Apparel, where I make all my pieces handmade. I make hoodies, sweatpants, crew neck shirts, even down to the stickers. So that's one thing I take a lot of pride in, just the fact that I make everything myself in my craft. I'm a junior. I go to Lawrence North High School, North Side. And yeah, man, I'm about my business. That's really the main thing you need to know, for real. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's kind of what drew me to you, because like when I approached you, I was like, I could tell you was younger than me for sure. Like, but I was like, he probably like 21, probably 22. You was like 16. I was like, damn, 16, like, bro. You got a lot going on for somebody who has a lot going on as a teenager. Because just knowing that, you have your school, friends, everything like that, but you have your own business going on. How do you find time to just manage that and just go and move forward?
I mean, it's hard. Yeah. It's a lot to balance. Just the fact that school and then your personal life and then the business, it's a lot. Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just, it gives me a lot on my plate, but it always keeps me something to do. And it's always, I feel like I got a purpose now. You feel me? So that was one of the big things that I can say I'm appreciative for. But I mean, it is what it is, I got to just finish high school out, do my thing. Got to do what you got to do.
I feel that. So speaking of high school, I've been in high school since I graduated 2017.
Dang. Yeah. Nah, I ain't even gonna do that. But all right. Nah.
Type shit.
You feel me? Okay.
But like, what's your like day-to-day situation with high school and like your business and everything? Like, what's the days like?
So when I wake up, like I'm getting ready for school, and then when I'm at school, like a lot of the times I'm promoting my business even in school. So whether it's stickers or I'm getting the orders out at school to like people that are local, like I'll bring it to school instead of shipping it out. Yeah. So especially first starting up, like I first started when I was 14, so I was a freshman. Yeah. So that was the only thing I could do because I didn't have a car. So it's like I was on the bus, I'm packing the orders in my bag, bro, and I'm taking them to school. But I still get my work done. Work is first. Like you gotta get to me, graduate. But I mean, after school, it's just everything business related. You know, whether it's my website or I'm making the pieces, I'm always doing something that I know is going to benefit the brand and the image. You feel me? Yeah. So that's what it is.
So tell everybody how like you first got started into making clothes and whatnot. And like, what was one of your first pieces?
So I first started when I was 14. It really all started from my tattoo. I got my first tattoo at 14. And I designed the symbol myself. At first, I got it to represent nothing lasting forever and to be like a reminder for myself. But it slowly turned into what is now my identity and my business, basically. Yeah. So if you look at it at an angle, bro, this is a P and this is a D. Like that's Paul David. Right. It's my name. Right. I didn't even know that at first. That wasn't even my intentions of making it. So when I realized that, I'm like, damn, like it opened my mind up to so much more deeper levels of thinking, and I didn't look at things from the surface anymore. So I was like, how do I express this to the mass of people, and how do I express this identity to people? I tried rapping, that wasn't it. Yeah. You know how it'd be every black boy tried rapping, you know? But clothes ended up being my outlet just to express this image of myself, and I want people to understand too that it's deeper meaning to everything when you look deeper than just the surface level of things. You feel me? Right. So, but the first piece I ever made was a stack sleeve hoodie. So it was a hoodie with extra long sleeves, and like you scrunch them on your arm, or you can just wear them extended out like that. So it was like that. It was like that rock star look. It had like the distressing at the bottom, but that was like one of the first pieces that I made. I sewed that up, pressed it up and everything. Like that was the first one. That's what really started it off, for real.
How you learn how to sew and press and things like that? Cause like people can have fashion ideas and want something done, but like you put it to work. How did you figure out how to do it yourself?
Well, a lot of it, I will say, came from my sister. My sister made clothes and stuff growing up, and I was always around it, so I always just saw and kind of picked up from a lot of the game from her. But a lot of it was also just being self-taught, like trials and tribulations, you know, sewing something and then you fuck up the machine. Now you got to learn how to fix it. And then, all right, next time I know how to do it right. So it really just came from that, doing that process again and again and again for 2 years. You eventually going to get it right, bro.
For sure.
So
that's what's up, man. So like you said, you got your like your identity, like your logo just off off of it happening and whatnot. Like, how did you figure, all right, I'm gonna start building off of that stack hoodie and just start making a brand?
Really just once you start getting some momentum, I was seeing momentum and then I was like, I'm about to just take it there, bro. Once I saw a little bit of traction and I saw people was really engaging with this and they like, oh, that's hard. Like, what? Yo, you got other pieces? I'm like, nah, I just got the hoodies right now. They like, I'll make the shirts, bro. I'll make the crew necks, make the pants. So that really just influenced me and just hearing people react to my clothing in a good way and not even just the clothing aspect of it, but people seeing my identity and they seeing what I'm doing. They like, oh, I respect the brand. I respect the image that you portraying. I'm about to invest in you almost. So people get the clothes not only because they like it, but they mess with the image and they mess with the vision of it. So that's really how it all just elevated, really. Just get some momentum and just take it there.
So what you feel like is the hardest piece to make? Because like when people start throwing ideas like you should make this, you should make that. Like, is there anything you just felt like when someone threw that challenge that you just was like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna do it?
Like that I've already made or that?
Yeah, like that you already made, or like something in the future where you just like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get it done.
I say like some denim.
Some denim?
Denim is probably like the hardest thing that you can like really make for real. Whether it's you get it manufactured or you making it yourself, it's just because there's so many different parts that go into it, man. The hardware and all that, the zippers, it's different than just cotton and you know, you just stitch that up, but it's a process to that. But that's definitely something I'm trying to get into in the future too anyways. It's just there's levels to it. But hardest piece that I got that I make, I'd probably say my I got a Project V2 hoodies out. It's Stone and Rose hoodies, but they're hand washed. So I wash them myself. They come white, but it's a 10-step process to achieve that. Like it's like a gradient color. So that's probably the hardest one I'd say to make. Just not even hard. It's just time consuming. It takes 2 days to really make a hoodie from white to fully done product being ready to shipped out. You know? But you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
I feel that. So like what's one of the pieces that you felt like someone threw at you that was just you knew it was gonna be a challenge, but you was able to get done?
Definitely the hoodies.
Just the hoodies.
I'd say it was the hoodies because that was the most that was different for me to do. I was just pressing designs on clothes, but I never really made a color. Like playing with colors and color palettes and things like that. It opened my eyes up to a lot more in that like area of it. So it definitely in the future too, I plan on bringing more projects where I'm playing around with colors and color palettes more because that's really where a lot of fashion is, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Colors, man. Gotta know your colors. Gotta know your colors.
So speaking on like you said, having to know your colors and whatnot, like what do you feel like is the most important like aspect as far as like getting dressed or things like that? Like what is something that you feel like is something keen to your eye that you pay attention to most?
I'll say the accessories.
Yeah, I peeped that with you. Yeah, you always big on accessories.
Accessories. But when it comes to like just base outfits, I feel like the top's the most important part. Like that's what I start my outfits with. I start with my top. All right, what top I'm gonna wear? Okay, what pants match the top? What shoes match the top? You feel me? But you also gotta know how to play with your color palette too. Like I'm a person, I'm into a lot of like earth tones and stuff like that. So once you just know that you can just throw this color with this color and that color with that color, you can't go wrong, really. There's no rules to the fashion. You just, what make you feel good, throw it on.
For sure, for sure. So you also mentioned like just getting to know the manufacturers and learning just the products and the materials and things like that. What is the hardest part as far as like getting materials from manufacturers and things like that?
The communication. That's the first thing I'll say, probably, the communication, man. Because you also got to realize, like, these are people that are not in the United States. These people do not speak, like, English is not their first language. Right. So it's already a language barrier? Yeah. So being able to get through that and communicate clearly, but also, like, you got to think this is money. So we're talking, this is business at first, but these are people, they want to run off with your money. Once I realized that, I was like, okay.
You ever had a situation like that where somebody just ran off?
I mean, they ain't ran off on me because I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
You gotta split your payments up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
give you this to start it, and then when it's done, I'll see you the second half to ship it out. But I've heard stories from so many people that they send all their money up front and then they run off on them. So ain't finna catch me lacking.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So you got decent relationships with your manufacturers and whatnot?
Oh yeah, for sure. We dang near communicate like every day. Me and my manufacturer. He's who made this shirt right here.
Yeah, that shit hard.
Yeah, it's got all the different faces on it. This was my most recent project. It was a limited stock, but it's Project Youth, so it's got all the different faces on it. This is DTG print, but the actual ones were screen printed. Okay. But it's still like a process even to make these, bro.
Yeah. So how do you decide on what you're gonna do as far as like DTG printing and all the other prints, or like if you want to stitch or things like that? How do you come up with that decision? Because it's gonna be time consuming with the more orders you get and things like that. So how do you come up with, what you're gonna do for whatever product?
I mean, just planning ahead. Mm-hmm. Like once I can plan ahead and situate, but also it's a finance thing too. Different different printing methods require different amounts of money. You know what I mean? And it's different time that goes into these things. Mm-hmm. So it's really just trial and error. You really gotta try, see what you like. I got this. This was the first sample, and I was like, okay, I like this, but I want this to be more on the vibrant side. You know what I mean? So let's try to screen print it. Let's use the bright inks. Mm-hmm. And it really just went from there. But I started out I do the vinyl. So I cut the vinyl out with the Cricut and I heat press it on there. So it's like it got that puff effect too, kinda. Yeah. So that's how I started out. But I'm gonna get deeper into like screen prints and stuff too. Cause that's how you get the detailed artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So when are you expecting to drop some more things? Like how do you decide when you're gonna drop it and when are you gonna drop it?
Really, I look on like the quarters of things. You gotta look at the year in quarters. So we going into the first quarter, I'm telling myself I'm really trying to drop something in February. Right. That's also Black History Month too. We gotta go hard for our people anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
But you gotta just plan ahead, man. That's really all it is. So even if it's like, all right, taking now in January to plan and get all these samples on hand and promoting and marketing, you gotta do that beforehand before it's too late. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
You ever sold out of something that you just felt like, I wasn't really feeling it too much, but you knew everybody else was gonna like it?
Yeah, that's really how I felt with the V2 hoodies. For real? I felt like they were good, but I was like, okay, like, this is just a piece I'm about to drop. Like, I feel like everything I put out, I'm like, I put time and quality and effort into this. Like, I'm not just putting out things that I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I like everything I put out. For sure. But that was one of the pieces I'm like, okay, I don't know if everyone's gonna mess with this like style. Like that wash effect, not everyone liked that, bro. But the fact that so many people ate it up like they did, I was like, crazy. So I just kept bringing in more, and I was doing the giveaways and running with the momentum.
Right, for sure. So as far as like making your own brand, like of course, fashion is the same, but it's different in a lot of aspects. Like everybody, they had their own flair on whatever they want to do for like streetwear, or their own flair on like however they want to do for like casual wear or whatever. Yeah. Like how do you decide on on your own style? Like how do you come up with that?
I mean, it's all personal preference. Right. But I feel like I'm a person, I just like to, you got to go off of how you feeling that day, really. Yeah. If you feeling like you ready to get fresh, fly, all right, let's throw it on. But if you just, you want to be comfy, cozy, all right, throw a little sweatsuit on or whatever. So it's levels to it, I will say, but it all just depends on how I'm feeling, really. That's the first step I say.
How do you incorporate that to your brand?
Taking that level of decision making. Yeah. Where it's like you can wake up, like I said, if you want to throw it on, you can throw it on. If you want to throw cozy sweatsuit on, you can throw it on. So I feel like I come with multiple pieces that can reach all these different people. Yeah. And people just with different style senses. I know a lot of people don't like the crazy exotic pieces, so you bring more simpler stuff. But some people do, vice versa. So it's all just playing with your audience. Yeah. See what they mess with the most.
I feel that. I feel that. So what you feel like you got going forward next? Like you said, you got something that you plan on doing in February. You make stickers. It ain't too many people who make stickers. Like,
man. Hey, that's the cheat code.
Yeah, though. that's great marketing right there.
Yes. Yeah. Everywhere you go, just all right, give some out, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
Put QR codes on them.
Yeah, that's genius. So what you got planned aside from just the drops in the first quarter? Like You got anything else in mind that you just think you're gonna be able to do?
I mean, like when it comes to like content making, I'm definitely expanding my bag on that with the new year. So I got a lot of like short films coming too, and just increasing my production on those. February I got a fashion show too. My school, Lawrence North, we got a fashion show that we host at my it's a club called Black Student Union. So it's basically like, you know, black culture and stuff. So last year I did it, but this year it's like we got to go hard, man.
Right.
So bringing the pieces for that too, for sure. So it's a lot of things coming up that I'm planning for right now, getting in my head. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Got to, man.
Like I said, man, this is one of my favorite young fashion designers in the city, man. He's only 16, but a lot of wisdom to him. You could just tell, like, he's wise beyond his years for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Some
for real.
hard pieces too, like hard pieces. Like aside from him just being just like a really wise kid, bro, he got that shit for real. So make sure y'all tap in. Give everybody your socials.
Appreciate it, man. Wisdomeye.apparel on all platforms. That's on Instagram. That's on TikTok. Got a lot of stuff coming, man. February, y'all tap in. Black History Month. You know, I got to represent for the city. And yeah, man. Hey, it's Wisdom Pharrell. I appreciate y'all for having me, for real, man. Appreciate this. This was a good conversation, man.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you coming, man. Make sure y'all come by. Like y'all know this the normal setup at Cargo, 1015 Virginia Ave, man. Shout out Ayo. I know you ain't here. Big shout out to KP, man. KP, he holding it down for
KP, man.
For Cargo. But appreciate you coming by, man. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, sessions.ent. Follow us on TikTok, sessions.ent.
Tap in, man. Tap in.
Follow me, SilkPenny _ Instagram. Follow the co-host. He ain't here. He's still in DC doing his thing. Follow Nas the Great, 1K. Follow Tahi behind the cam. Shout out Lauren. She's in Atlanta. Yeah, man. We busy, but we gonna be around. Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all follow KP, man. We gonna throw his shit under here. Everything gonna be under there. I promise. But, yeah, man. The Sessions. We out.
We out.